So if you're blackout drunk in New Jersey in your car, but it's not moving, is that legally considered driving in New Jersey? Well, check out this video.
Are you kidding me?
Your body language right now. Like you're watching this, like your eyebrows are going up.
How about we put this in park? Take the key.
Okay. Got it.
Morning.
So people think that if your car isn't moving, that you can't be charged or convicted with DUI, and that's just simply not the case here in Jersey. That is TikTok logic. That is viral logic. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to break down how operation of a motor vehicle is defined legally in New Jersey, and what factors matter, and how the law treats sleeping it off in your car. I'm Daniel M. Rosenberg. I'm a criminal defense attorney, and I've represented thousands of individuals who've been charged with DUI. So here's the core misunderstanding, is that people think if there's no keys in the ignition, then there's no driving, there's no DUI, there's no operation. And that's just simply not true here in Jersey. And most people believe that if the car's not moving, then you can't be charged with DUI. So I've had countless cases of individuals charged with DUI for parking and sleeping it off in the bar, parking in front of their house, parking in their driveway, parking at their friend's house, parking on the side of the road, and they still get charged with DUI. And if you don't have the right defenses, you're gonna get convicted for that. So it's not whether or not the car was parked, it's not whether or not the car was moving. What the prosecutors and courts are gonna look at are a number of factors, including, was the car on? Was the car in drive? Where were you parked? Was the heat on? Were you sitting in the driver's seat? Were you sitting in the back seat? If you were sitting in the driver's seat, was it reclined? How long were you parked in that area if you were in fact parked? And where you're parked matters. And here's why. Let's say you're parked in your driveway. There's an argument to be made that you haven't driven anywhere. You came outside, you were sitting in your car listening to music. You didn't have an intention to leave, and you didn't drive there. On the other hand, if you're parked on the side of the road and you had no intention to go anywhere, but you're blackout drunk when you're there, and they can prove a DUI not based on your intention to drive forward, but the fact that you drove there. So what matters in these situations is not whether or not the car was moving, or even if the keys were in the ignition. What matters is all of the facts and circumstances surrounding the arrest. So for example, in this video, the guy is passed out, the keys are in the ignition, the car is in drive, and he's not parked in a legal spot. Those are all gonna lean towards operation, which leads to a conviction. But let's change the facts a little bit. If that vehicle was in a legal parking spot, the keys were in the ignition, but he was laying across the front driver's seat, or he was laying in the back seat, the car is in park, the heat is on and it's cold outside, there's a strong argument that he wasn't driving anywhere. And if there's alcohol inside the vehicle, there's a strong argument that he parked the car, consumed alcohol, and then went to sleep. All right, so here's an easier way to look at it. Let me give you three scenarios. Scenario A, the driver's passed out with the keys in the ignition and the car is on, you're likely getting arrested for DUI. Scenario B, the driver is passed out with the keys in his pocket next to the seat, but he's sitting in the driver's seat, the car is on, and he's on the side of the road. He's likely getting arrested. Scenario C, driver is at the bar in the parking lot, it's cold outside. The keys are in the ignition, the car is on, but the heat is on, and the driver is laying across the back seat. I got news for you. They're still gonna charge you for that, but there is a tremendously strong argument that he wasn't operating a motor vehicle, and we beat that case 9 times out of 10. All right, so knowing all of that, here's some practical tips.
Help me help you.
If you're at the bar and you're gonna sleep it off, you're not gonna drive, then what you should do is not be sitting in the driver's seat. Sit anywhere else other than the driver's seat, because that gives us an argument that it wasn't your intention to drive. If you are sitting in the driver's seat, then recline, because again, that indicates it's not your intention to drive, it's your intention to sleep it off. If you can have the heat and the radio on without having it in drive, then do that. If you're parked, make sure you are legally parked. And finally, when the police come, do not answer any questions whatsoever. So if you or someone you know is charged with a DUI in the state of New Jersey, contact our office. We'll deal with these charges all the time, and there's virtually no scenario we haven't seen before. We have your back. That's what we do.